Hi, Bob Gruen here for Boomerocity.com, and I'd like to talk today about Tina Turner. Tina Turner was the beginning of my career in 1970. A friend of ours said we had to go see her because Ike and Tina were amazing actors. She just insisted that we had to go. And we went and saw the act, and they were really, really good. I was just blown away by how exciting Tina was, how much she communicated with the audience, and just how sexy and what a great dancer she was. And so we went back to see him a couple of days later at a place called the Honkamonka Room. I can't make that up. It was on Queens Boulevard, a little club, but they played there, and I remember taking a bunch of pictures that night. And at the end of the set, when the strobe lights were flashing and Tina was dancing off the stage to the flashes, I decided I had a couple frames left, and I decided maybe I'd take a picture with a 1-second exposure and capture several of those flashes in one frame. And I didn't know if it would work or not, but I got some pictures, and 3 or 4 of them are no good at all, but one of them is probably the best picture I've ever taken. And it really captures the excitement and the energy that is Tina Turner in all these 5 different images. And you can see a better copy on my website, bobgruen.com. But anyway, we went back to see Ike and Tina again a couple of days later. They played still in the New York area, and I brought the pictures to show to my friends. But as we were walking out, one of my friends saw Ike Turner, and she literally pushed me in front of Ike and said, "Show Ike the pictures." And he stopped, and he said, "What pictures?" And he looked at them, and he liked the pictures. He said, "I got to show these to Tina." And he took me in the dressing room, and all of a sudden Tina Turner was liking them. And he told me to meet him in New York. And so I did, and he said he wanted to work with me some more. He introduced me to a publicist who introduced me to some other publicists, and that was really the beginning of my career. And then Ike said, come around more often, and I got the first videotape machine that was invented by the Sony company, the Sony Portapack. Before that, the only way a band could see themselves perform was with a film, that you had to buy the film and get it developed and then get a screening room and a screen and show a film. But with the Portapack, you could actually tape a show for $10 for half an hour, a reel of tape, and then go right into the dressing room of the hotel afterwards and show the tape back. And Tina really liked that. I could tape a show, and then right after the show, she and the Ikettes could see it. And it was literally the first time they saw themselves live on stage immediately after they had done the show. So it helped them improve the act. They could see which way they moved and make suggestions to each other. And so that really kind of cemented my relationship, and I started traveling with Ike and Tina quite a bit in the early 70s. My first album cover was called was a Tina Turner album called Enough Said, and I've taken pictures, a lot of pictures of Ike and Tina over the years. When they broke up in the 70s, in the mid 70s, it was kind of painful for Ike, but Tina went on, and she was in the Tommy movie, and that really helped her get more confidence and started to perform on her own. And then in the early 80s, in 1981, and again in 1983, I think was the big show that she played at the Ritz, and David Bowie and Keith Richards came by to say hello. And people talk about that as Tina's comeback, show, but it wasn't really a comeback because it was really the beginning of her solo career. She never really came back from anything. She started a new career as Tina Turner, the solo act, which went worldwide and became one of the biggest acts in the business. You can see a lot more of my pictures on my website, bobgruen.com. So check it out, and thanks for being here.